Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Paletti Rosa homestead. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's absolutely beautiful outside. It's cool, comfortable, relaxing. So I thought I'd take you outside today, and we're going to work on some peppers. But first, I just want to do a huge shout out to Renee at Little Village Homestead. She mentioned on her channel to her subscribers to come on over and visit my channel. And now I've got over 110 subscribers. In fact, I think I've got almost 125 subscribers. That brings so much joy to me. There's no words that can express how deeply appreciated I am of her and all of you for coming over to the channel. I hope I can give you a channel that's very informative, fun, relaxing. Please leave comments if there's something you'd like me to try or something you just would like me to do. I'm open to anything I can help anybody with. Today I thought I'd take you on a little excursion, shall we say. I want to show you where I do my canning and some other little things and just have some fun. So today let's start out with our cup of coffee. I need my coffee. So let's start out with the coffee, and I'm now going to take you over to my little canning kitchen, outdoor kitchen. Let's go. On our house, we have I guess you want to call it a second floor, but it's kind of like a half of a floor. You can walk, but only down the middle. And then there is a second floor deck outside, which leads down the steps and then leads underneath where I do my canning. And as you can see, my husband's Kubota is under there, so that takes up a lot of room. Someday I'm hoping to get a, not a shed, but a garage port and put the Kubota under there so that I'll have more room. But let me take you under and show you what I have here. We have our grill so that when we want to do some outdoor cooking and barbecuing. This is a small dresser. Not really small, but it's a dresser I got at a auction for 30 bucks. I painted it, shellacked it, and now I use it for outdoor here. I love it. And that is my Excalibur dehydrator my husband got me for Christmas. You'll see little pieces of tape on it. And what it is it's the names of my herbs. So when I dehydrate them, I put that little piece of tape on the rack. And this way, when I take them out, I know what herb I got inside each one. Believe me, I forgot it quite a few times. And then this is what's called a camp stove. And this is where I do my canning. Okay, that's just a little bit about my outdoor canning kitchen here. So yesterday I went into the garden and I had a bunch of peppers. These are what's called gypsy peppers. We love the gypsy peppers. They come in many different colors. If you leave them on the vine long enough, they start out green, then they turn into this like lime color. If you leave them on longer, yellow, orange, red, and I even had a few last year that turned out to be purple. It was really neat looking. So I grow these every year. I love these. And then I have some green bell peppers. I've left them outside hoping that they'll change color because I'd like them red, but they didn't. So today I figured it's time I start dehydrating some peppers. So I thought I'd take you with me and show you how I dehydrate my peppers. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's first start out by talking about dehydrators. I started off with the round Nesco Golden Harvest dehydrator, and it had 5 trays. It worked very well. And then I went to a few more trays. And then last year Christmas, my husband surprised me with the Excalibur. It is amazing. I love it. It comes with 9 trays and it really does a great job. So today we're going to take our pepper and we are just going to take off as least amount as possible on the top. And the reason why I say this is because I like the little hat part to fall right off. And this part, as you can see, it looks beautiful. I use that in my dehydrating. Then just go inside and take off the inside core of the pepper. Now I do have a lot of green pepper seeds, so bell peppers, so I really don't need them. But today I'm going to show you how I would save seeds. And it's super, super easy. Your seeds are all in there. Of course, they're all going to fall off on me. Just take your finger and lightly go down the inside until you take off all the peppers. Now, peppers don't have to be what we call fermented. Fermenting is when you have a seed that you're saving that is encased in a gel. Tomatoes. If you want to save your tomato seeds, you must ferment, which means you take all the seeds off like I'm doing right now. Then you turn around and you put them in water. And you leave them in water for approximately 5 days. You'll see a scummy looking thing forge at the top. And you leave it there for the 5 days. At that point, you take your finger, go around your water, and you don't touch the water. You leave it sitting there. Don't move it, don't play with it, nothing. And then at the 5 days, you take your finger, you go around, kind of move it all around. And what you're doing is you're getting that gel, the encasement, to separate from the seed. You wash out your seeds really well, and then you let them dry. Because pepper seeds are not encased in anything, you don't need to let them dry. You don't need to let them sit in water and ferment. From this point, all you have to do is take the seeds, separate. Well, for right now, what I would do is I would push them off in a cup on the side and then just put them out and let them dry. Once they're dried, and I mean really dry, enough that if you notice when I pick them up, see how they stick to your finger? They will be totally dry when you pick them up and none of them stay on your finger. Okie doke. So I've now got the inside of this pepper. It's all nice and clean. This is something I do. I don't like all the white veiny part inside. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a personal preference. So I just cut around it. And for today, I just want strips of peppers. And then depending upon how thick you want yours, all you have to do is just cut them. And I'm kind of strange. I do like 3 piles. I do my garbage pile, my seed pile, and then the peppers, along with my coffee. Well, I'm finished cutting this up. Just thought I would chit-chat for a minute. Last night in Wise County, Virginia, where I live, they had an event. It's called Chilling and Grilling at the Glades. And it's like a big it's not really that big, but it is decent size. It's like a mini amphitheater. And they have a big cook-off barbecuing where there's lots of money involved. And they also have they have concerts going. And last night, me and my husband went. The weather was absolutely amazing. And they had 2 bands there last night. If they ever come in your area, you gotta go watch them. The first one is called Savage Outlaws. And they play a lot of country music. And they also play other music. And last night, to end their set, they played Leonard Skinner's Freebird, which I think we all know that one. It was absolutely fantastic. They had the crowd in their corner the whole entire time. It was just so good. They played such great music. We had a blast. So tonight we're going. I think it starts at 6:30 tonight. And we are going to go see Mississippi East. And then one of my favorites, the Possum Playboys. They're so much fun. And then they have a band, it's a ZZ Top tribute band. And I hear that they travel all over the world. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there's another band. I can't remember what the name of it is. But I love it here. I love festival time. I love getting out. And after last year being kind of stuck at home the whole time, this year is so special. I'm so excited. Okay, let me finish doing the green bell peppers, and I'll come back and we will do some gypsy peppers. See you in a bit. One thing I forgot to tell you, if you decide that you want to save seeds, and we'll talk about peppers today, you need a glass of water because you need to do what's called the water test. And you take your seeds. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of seeds here for just 2 peppers. And I want to make a statement. If anybody would like some pepper seeds, I will be more than welcome to mail some out to you. They're just plain green bell peppers, but since I have so many, I don't mind sharing any for somebody who would like them. So what you want to do is just PM me at Paletti Rosa Homestead at gmail.com, and that's POLETTIROSA Homestead at gmail.com. Give me your address, your name and address, and I will be glad to send you out some seeds. So what you want to do is you want to take your seeds that I have right here and immerse them in water. Any seed, and you want to leave them in there depending upon how big the seeds are. I would say for pepper seeds, it's not going to be long, maybe 5-10 minutes. Any seeds that go to the bottom of the glass that do not float are viable seeds, and most likely they will grow. Any seeds that float to the top most likely will not grow. And with pepper seeds, you get a lot of pepper seeds, as you could see. Now, unfortunately, right now, it doesn't look that good. It looks like most of the seeds are floating. But, like I said, you want to wait about 5-10 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll stir them up. Doesn't that look kind of sharp right there? Stir them up, let them sit off to the side, and see how many in 5-10 minutes I get when I get done here. See how many seeds float to the top and how many go on the bottom. I guess we'll find out. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm on my last green bell pepper, and I added a lot of seeds to this, but as you can see, the ones that are floating at the top are, I'll leave them in a little bit while longer. I'm not adding any more to it, but look at all the seeds I have on the bottom. That is more seeds than I would need for a couple years. So, like I said, if anybody would like some seeds, please just send me an email and I will be glad to help you. Now, just thought I would talk to you a little bit because a lot of people are new. I'm so excited. Me and my husband moved to Virginia back in 2017. We lived in New Jersey. New Jersey is a very active lifestyle. You're going constantly. My husband in 2015 was hit by a drunk driver and he became disabled. He is okay, but he did become disabled. He wasn't able to work because he couldn't stand on his foot. So it was very tough to live in New Jersey. It's very expensive to live in New Jersey. So we decided to move to Virginia, where it's a lot cheaper. Many years ago, I had this dream, and I told my husband about it. We laughed about it, that we moved out of New Jersey, and we were driving, and we found this land with the house that we really wanted. So my husband and I bought it, and he stayed in Virginia getting the house ready to move in and moving stuff out of New Jersey into our new house while I stayed in New Jersey packing up. And when he brought me to see the house, after, I should say, to move into the house, he got this sign. Now, this is in a dream. And when we drove up, it said, "Welcome to the Paletti Rosa homestead." Now, our last name is Paletti. And the reason why I had this dream was because we were watching Bonanza the night before. And I kept seeing the Ponderosa. So I had this dream that we called ours the Paletti Rosa homestead. And that's where I came up with the name. We currently live now on just shy of 50 acres. But a lot of it is mountains. As you can see behind me, that's all of our land that way. And a little bit later, I'm going to film in front of me to show you. But I'm all mountains this way, and I'm all mountains behind me. And then I've got my garden that way and my house this way. So this year, March, my husband and I built a 10 by 20 cattle panel greenhouse. I love it. I did a little bit in March, planting inside the greenhouse, but this year is going to be exciting. I really want to try new things, see what works. You'll find on my videos, I will show you what works and what doesn't work. I'm not scared to show you that I tried something and it didn't work. So you will see things that don't work. So I'm excited about that. We have a 24 by 48 garden. This year I did it totally different. It's more manageable. Wow. Look at all these peppers, these green peppers. Instead of planting, I did short rows all along in the past couple years. And this year I went to Grower's Solution and I went and bought the really good ground cover. And I did things in long rows. So I planted onions, half-runner beans, peaches and cream corn, 4 different varieties of tomatoes. I did beefsteak, Bonnie's Best, Roma, 5, cherry tomatoes, and white Thompson tomatoes. And all the seeds I get are basically from Baker Creek, rareseeds.com. They're amazing. And I did peppers, and I have green bell, red bell, my gypsy peppers, and I did some chili peppers. I have potatoes. I have cucumbers, butternut squash. My husband has horseradish. And I did garlic. And then I have a bunch of herbs. Okay, so back to the peppers. Over here, I have a big pile of, I'm going to call it junk. It's really not junk, but it's the stuff I'm not using, and that's all going to go in my compost bin. Then over here, I have my peppers. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to lay them out. These are the sheets for the dehydrator. And I'm just going to lay them out. Now make sure, and I had to use these trays to lift up so that you could see what I was doing. So I laid my cutting board on top of it. But you just want to lay, and you'll see it in a minute. You'll see it in a moment once I get down there. You just want to lay your peppers out. You don't want them touching, so make sure they do not touch on your tray. You need the airflow. I'm getting that. See, you're starting to see them coming in. And just lay them all out on the tray. Okay, once I get done with this tray, I will bring you back in and show you what it looks like. Okay, I came up with 3 trays of peppers. That's fantastic. Now I'm going to put them in the dehydrator. I have to go look on it. What's nice about the Excalibur, it tells you what temperature it should be at, so I'll go look at that. But in case you're wondering what I'm going to do with these peppers, I'm going to dehydrate them, and I put them in a gallon glass jar. And then I put an oxygen absorber in it. And I wait till I get a bunch of different colored peppers. I leave some for cooking, and then I turn around and I love to make homemade pepper. And I try to come up with different varieties, put different things in, test different things around, and come up with some fun names. So I'm hoping maybe we could do that this year. One year I made Harvest Moon pepper, and it was a combination of a couple different chili peppers, a cayenne pepper, gypsy peppers, and bell peppers. And my daughter absolutely loved it. Last year, I couldn't get gypsy peppers no matter what I did to get them. I couldn't get them. So I made Harvest Moon pepper. And that was, again, different kinds of peppers. And it's great. You use them for all different things. Do you want little different flavors? So I thought maybe we can have some fun doing that. So let me get this over into the dehydrator, and I'll be right back, and we'll work on the gypsy peppers. Be right back. Okay, so what I did was I took all the seeds that were on the top, and I got them off. And these were all the seeds that were left on the bottom. Look at them all. So I just put them through a funnel, got the water out, and now I'm laying them out on a paper towel for right now. And what I'll do is I'll lay them out in the sun. It will get a little bit drier a little bit quicker. Okay, and I'm coming back and we will do the gypsy peppers. Okay, back again. Got my cup of coffee here. And let's start on the gypsy peppers. These seeds I am saving. If I get a lot throughout the year, I will be glad to share some if anybody would like some. But right now, I don't know how many I'm going to get. I think I'm going to get quite a bit, but I want to save what I can right now. Same as the bell pepper. All you want to do is cut it as close as you can to the top. And I've got my pepper. Same thing. Just cut around the inside. And this one's so pretty. It's like a yellowish color. Now, when dehydrating peppers, I forgot to tell you, you want your dehydrator set at 125. From what I've read, if your dehydrator doesn't have a thermostat on it, it's automatically set at 125. Wow, looks like I'm going to have a lot of peppers. Let's see what I get at the end on. Maybe what I'll do is if anybody's interested. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Let's have a little fun today. Anybody who leaves a comment and tells me in the comment that they want some gypsy pepper seeds, I'm going to have my husband, I'm going to count how many comments I have, and I'll tell my husband, he doesn't know this yet, but I'll tell my husband to give me a number. If 100 people leave a comment, I'll say, give me a number between 1 and 100. What's nice about this also is it doesn't have a lot of the big veins in it. I'll tell my husband to give me a number between 1 and 100. And whatever number he gives me, I'll go down. And whoever left that comment, I will send them out some gypsy peppers. And if Renee from Little Village Homestead, if you are watching this and you would like some gypsy peppers, I will be more than happy to send you some gypsy pepper seeds. You're not in this. And that's just to say thank you for your support. It is, there's no words. So, don't forget to leave me a comment. Look at all these seeds in just one. So many seeds. And one thing I want to tell you, don't do what I did. Here is the do not do. I tried to save some seeds last year. And I'm out here and I'm cutting up my seeds. And I'm putting them in dishes and I'm letting them dry. And I forgot to write what each seed was. And much later in the afternoon, I go out to go get my seeds and see if they're all dry. And I forgot which seeds they were. Always label your seeds when drying them before putting them away, because you will forget what seeds are what. It will happen. So I got quite a few gypsy peppers to do here. And I will be back when the trays are done. I'll let you know how many trays I got, and I'll show you how many seeds I got. Okay? We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm on my last gypsy peppers. Look at all these. And I've got tons of seeds, and I have more seeds over here. So, like I said, leave a comment below. Let me know if you are interested in getting in on the deal to get some free gypsy peppers. I wish I could send them out to everybody, but I just don't have that kind of money to send out seeds to everybody. But you don't know how many I'm going to give out. I may give out 4, I may give out 1, I may give out 10. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how many comments I have, and we'll go from there. It's been fun. We're not done yet. I'm going to line up all these trays and get them in the dehydrator. And when I take them out of the dehydrator, I'll bring you back in and show you what they look like. Okay, be right back. Okay, folks, here's the ending results. Here are my gypsy peppers. Here are my green bell peppers. And I do have a few banana peppers. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks again for visiting the Paletti Rosa homestead. Bye-bye. Also, don't forget to leave the comment below. And like I said, I'll have my husband pick maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, who knows, some numbers. And whoever made that comment will get some free gypsy pepper seeds. Okay, don't forget. Bye-bye.